Here we have the current stock market update for NVIDIA Corporation, stock ticker NVDA. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So what we're looking at here is the hourly price chart. Each candle on this time frame represents a 1 hour trading period. And as we can see yesterday, there was a fairly significant decline in NVIDIA share prices yesterday. On the very short-term time frames, this did create a bit of a double top condition. We can point to that area quickly here. So, it's not an exact double top here, but we do have a bit of a double top formation that would be more obvious if we were looking at, for example, a 5-minute price chart. So this is a very significant level of resistance here, right around, this would be roughly 139.70. I'm not sure, did I not have this correct area here? All right, I'm not sure why that 129 is here. We might figure that out in a moment here. But this ultimate price high here came in at 139.60. And we did see some fairly significant declines here during yesterday's trading session. I mean, as you can see, that is a very serious red candle here, a very bearish candle. So we were trying to figure out where we would ultimately start to find support. We were looking at these prior lows, which came in right around, let's get a number here. This would be, looks like, yeah, well, this is 131, which was significant because we were also looking at 131 previously at this 131.26 price high. So that was sort of why we were pointing out this area in particular. It was also relatively close to the bottom of this 38.2% Fibonacci retracement zone. But it does look like it was a bit more of that retracement zone that did really catch prices. I mean, if you look at the ultimate support level here, this actually did work out fairly well if we're looking at the closing time frames for these candles. That was actually pretty close, but we did see some share price spikes lower because there was a significant amount of volatility yesterday, and it did look like share prices could be in the process of turning around. Ultimately, I wouldn't really call this a break of this 38.2% Fibonacci support zone because we didn't even see a close here below here on an hourly basis. So I would be comfortable, referring to this area as an area of support that remains valid. And I would really consider this whole kind of region here as the main support zone here going forward. So this is roughly, 130.80 or so. It's a bit messy because things did get volatile here, and you can't really expect share prices to kind of obey the exact price level to the penny. During these types of environments, this was a lot of selling pressure. So the real question at this stage is whether or not we've actually found a base and whether or not the stock is going to start to make its next run at these all-time highs. In my view, this is just a matter of time. I mean, I don't think that, it's not a question of if, I think it's a question of when. So, could we start to see some more selling pressure here? Sure, it's possible. But I do think that we're going to start to find a base here relatively soon. There's just been a lot of upside price action here. And I just think that this 140 level is going to act as a magnet and just continue to, focus shareholders, the stock market's attention on this price level. It's just going to be impossible to get around it. And, I think that if we do see breaks above here, I think you probably see follow through well into 150. It becomes very difficult to start to project share prices when you're dealing with all-time highs. Because it's literally uncharted territory. There is no price history in that area. There are strategies that you can use to make those types of projections. Standard deviation channels, Fibonacci extensions, and projections, for example. But I think in this case, I think that the most useful way of looking at all of this is going to just be the psychological levels themselves. We're sort of dealing with 140 at the moment. And a movement above 140 is going to take out some stops from short sell positions. I think this recent price movement lower does confirm that there is a portion of the market that actually has the courage to stand in front of this freight train and actually short sell a stock, which to me is complete insanity. I don't know why anybody would do that. But I think there are some people that are doing it. There are reasons, there are explanations. I mean, it's more of a scalping type of trade. I mean, it's not, I guess it's not complete insanity. There is some logic to it. You could start to see short-term price movements lower, just like this one. So I guess it is possible to capture some gains that way. But I mean, I certainly wouldn't do it myself. But I think that if we do start to see share prices break above this all-time high, that obviously becomes the main news story of the day, possibly even in the mainstream news, not even only in the financial news media. This will become a major story on the day, and I think that this is going to drag every other related stock upward with it. So I think that means Supermicro Computer, Broadcom, Qualcomm, even Palantir, which doesn't even really make a lot of sense, but all of these companies I think are going to be moving higher. I think that the market is going to group all of these stocks together and send everything higher. How long that lasts is a little bit of a question because we do have this psychological resistance zone ahead at 150, and I think we will see selling pressure there as well. But I think there's just going to be so much momentum at that point that $10 is just not going to be enough. I think that we will breach that 150 area. I mean, I'm not going to come up with any kind of crazy figure here, like it's going to it's going to $200 per share, or $300 per share, or something like that. And a lot of people will be doing that on this platform. But we could definitely be looking at something, into the mid 150s, something like that, which would be a major, huge price move. And if you're going to be talking about just simple market cap and things like that, we're going to be talking about huge amounts of money, even with a gain into, say, 155, for example. And then in addition to that, as I said, I think it's going to bring all these other stocks upward with it. It's not just going to be NVIDIA. So, the question here at this point is really just, when, not if. Have we now found the bottom here? Is this the end of this more recent run lower? It's a little bit difficult to say because I do think that we're going to get a lot of choppy, volatile two-way price action here heading into that number. It's going to get very crazy here. This is going to be a boat floating on the ocean during a hurricane type of thing. I mean, I do think that it's going to get very crazy for this stock over the next week or two. So, at the moment, support has moved up to, I would call this 130.80 as the major support zone here. And then obviously the next major resistance zone is 140.76. So at the moment, these are the two levels to watch. If we do see a break below 138.80, you're probably looking at a bit of a deeper retracement, possibly back to 125 even would be the next kind of target that I can see here. But this is all going to be about, where does the stock form a base and when does it actually make a run at those all-time highs? So here's the current stock market update for NVIDIA Corporation, stock ticker NVDA. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.